can't take my eyes off, can't take my eyes off.
All right, my beautiful glam sisters, let's get started. We're just gonna do kind of a fun, chilled, get ready with me Sephora haul part 2 try on. I did do part 1 already, and you can check out that video. I did a get ready with me using some of the stuff I picked up in the first round, but the sale was still going on at that time, so I was still kind of picking things up, and I had mentioned that in the video as well as in other videos, and I know a lot of you were excited for me to get that part 2 out. It's just been a little hectic lately, but we are getting it out today, and we are just gonna try on a bunch of makeup that I picked up, and this is not necessarily new stuff, but stuff I'm kind of reintroducing back onto my channel that I've been wanting to play with. And we are gonna play with this Melt Water palette, and we're gonna take this from day tonight and create a more blue smoky look. So I thought that'd be kind of fun. If you're new here and you like videos like this, please give it a huge thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, click the post notification bell, join us. We're here every week and we just love for you to become part of our family. And without further ado, let's get started. All right, let's jump into what I started off with. Now, I'm not going to show you guys what I did for my foundation because the foundation I'm saving for a different video, and I'm trying this foundation out. I have been really loving it. I'm actually going to do a full one brand tutorial. It's with the Surratt foundation. I'll just give it away right there, but I will show you guys that, so just stay tuned for that. I have the Dyson Airstrait coming in the mail like any day now, so I'm waiting for that. I was hoping to get that video out by Sunday, but it's not going to happen. So look for an unboxing by early next week. I will have like an unboxing short of it, and then I will get into the full in-depth tutorial demo and all the details. You guys know it takes me a little while to do that because I include a lot of information, and I've already done a huge amount of research and comparisons. So we will cover all of that. So stay tuned, make sure you have your notification bell, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, let's start off with the concealer I use. So I went in with the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. You guys, I forgot how much I love this concealer. I have a full review out on it, and I did use Oat in that video, and that's the color I like the most on myself. I do want to try Cotton, so I think I'm gonna pick that up later on and see if I like that, so I'll probably introduce that in a future video. But I know one of our beautiful Glamfam sisters, Amy in France, wanted to know what color she would be, and I thought I'd just show you what Oat looks like just so you guys can see. It is such a beautiful concealer for mature skin. For my ladies that want that moisture, that have more mature dry under eyes but want pigmentation and coverage, I forgot how amazing this concealer is, and I'm like, I need to start using some of the stuff that I have collected over the last few years that I'm not pulling out. So this Hourglass concealer is so beautiful, as you guys can see. The next product I went in with was the Huda Tantour. I forgot how much I love this cream contour. This is in shade Fair. This product runs very dark, a lot like the Hourglass concealer. You're a lot lighter than you think you are when it comes to these products. If you're a light skin tone or light medium or even lighter than me, just keep that in mind. Fair is the lightest shade that the Huda one comes in, but I love the pigmentation, I love the blendability, and I love the fact that it lasts all day long. And I've been kind of doing trial tests on different cream bronzers and contours that I've collected over the last couple years and few years, and I decided I have my top 3 right now, and this is one of them. It's just such an easy product to work with. It looks so beautiful on the skin, and I did use it with my Patrick Ta contour brush. I pulled this out. I've had this. I bought the nose contour one during the sale, which I'll show you later on, and we already talked about it in another video, but I'll show you guys how I utilize it again. But I really love his contour brush too, and it works really well with cream contour products, really placing the pigment into into the contours of the cheek, as you can tell. It's just a very easy product to work with, and the brush makes it even easier, and one that I've been really wearing a lot of off camera. And then I picked this up during the sale. This is the Sephora Bright Future. You guys already know I just can't stop raving about these concealers. And I picked up another shade. I picked up 2 Meringue, which is one of the lighter shades. It has a very pink undertone. I think it has like a fair with pink undertone. I'll put the description, as I always do, right there. And you can see from the up close shots, it's a very light color, but it's perfect for brightening. And I like to do this after I contour. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that on to just really give me that brightness. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shade and a beautiful way to brighten, and you can layer. That's what I love about the Bright Future concealers, is I can wear both the Hourglass and the Sephora one and layer them, and they look absolutely beautiful and they don't crease. And that's what I love for that brightening effect. Now, if you don't like that, then you can skip that step. But 7.5 Biscotti is another one I use a lot of this Bright Future, and that's a darker pink. So if you don't like it too bright, that's another way to brighten in a more subtle way. Now I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Medium 2 to really just set down the rest of the face. And now I'm gonna take my Makeup Forever, and these are like their Artist Couture powders. This is, I wanna say SD116 is the number. I'll put it right there. And it's their contour color. It is such a beautiful shade. And I was able to really set down the Huda Tantour just to make sure it doesn't budge and go anywhere. And since I took a little bit of that pigmentation away once I set down with my powders from the Charlotte Tilbury, I just wanted to make sure I put a little bit more of that contour shadowing in with the Makeup Forever one. I also love using my Kevyn Aucoin Medium Sculpt, but they don't have that at Sephora anymore. That's typically what I nose contour with, and you can see I am using the Patrick Ta nose contour brush to finish off contouring my nose and just really giving that definition. Of course, this is just, again, stuff that you don't have to do. It's just how I like to do my face. And a lot of people don't like to do nose contour and contouring. They just want to bronze up the skin, and you can absolutely do that. It's just your preference. This is what makes me feel beautiful and what I like. And then I went in with my Valentino Brow Trio in the shade Taupe. I love this brow pencil. So I did pick up the Melt Cosmetics one. I'll show you guys really quick the pictures of what that one looks like. I ended up returning that one just because it was a little too dark for me, but I loved the precision in the pen. I like my Valentino one just better, and it has that trio aspect where I get the spoolie and the pencil, so it's like I get it all-in-one brow product that I don't have to carry multiple amount of things, and I love that brow pencil more than anything. I always restock during the sale because it's just the best brow product to me on the market. And then I went in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Blonde Tinted Brow Gel. You guys already know it's just my favorite tinted brow gel, which gives me just that extra lightness I like. So that's why I like to use that one. Now I'm going into my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas in Fair. I will have the link below. You can't pick this up at Sephora, but it's the only eyeshadow base I will use now. And I'm using it with my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless dual-ended brush. This brush is back in stock at Sephora and charlottetilbury.com. It's just the best brush to me because I feel like it really places that pigment in there with that small-ended angled side that's just flat and condensed enough to really pack that pigment of the eyeshadow base in there. And then I can flip it around and start to blend out the base, and it just applies it so flawlessly. I absolutely love, love, love that brush, and I absolutely love this eyeshadow base. It's perfect. Then I take my Charlotte Tilbury Medium 2 powder with my rougher number 1 and just really set down that clean canvas base and just make sure it's a soft enough area or airbrushed enough where if I do some swiping motions with the eyeshadows, I won't run into any trouble. Now I'm going to just use my contour, the Makeup Forever SD116, that brown. We're gonna place that into the crease and just really kind of create a transition shade. Now there is a lighter shade in this palette that you can do it with, and I thought about doing that, but I wanted just a little bit more depth than what you get from this shade in the palette. And now I'm just blending it out with my Sigma E61. It's just the perfect brush to really get that blend. Now I'm gonna show you guys. So I picked up this Makeup Forever Artist Blush, and I've been eyeballing this color. I really wanted this color, and it is so beautiful. It is just that perfect, I'll put the number right there. It's just that perfect coral pink. It is just stunning, and the pigments on this and the way it just flawlessly goes on your face and stays all day long. It's one of my favorite powdered blushes right now ever made. It reminds me of the NARS Gina that I always rave about. That's not available anymore. They took away the matte Gina, so I can't get that one anymore, and I was trying to find a replacement, and this is the perfect replacement for it. And I like that you could just put them into your Z palette, as you guys saw when I dipped my brush in there. It's just a perfect way to just really create such a rosy look. It's so pretty. I absolutely love it. Now let's get into the Bad Zodiac Water palette from Melt Cosmetics. These are not new. They were on sale, and I got the extra 20% off during the sale time. So I had my eye out on it, and I was like, oh, I have to pick this up. It's such a beautiful palette. So each one of these are named after each one of the palettes that they have from the Bad Side Zodiac is kind of goes with like this different sign. So if you're a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, you're a water sign. I don't know too much about astrology, so maybe you guys can help me out with that. So we are gonna use the shade Manipulative, and I'm just gonna use that with my finger and place that pigment on the eyelid, since I really want a more soft, natural, glam look. Now I'm gonna go in with my Rare Beauty Mesmerize highlighter. It's more of a pinky undertone. It's such a beautiful highlighter. I'm gonna just kind of pop that on. So I went in with that Manipulative and finished that up. And then I went in with the shade Secretive, which is a really pretty light taupey brown. Kind of leans more neutral, I would say. It's a very beautiful color, and I'm just kind of taking that into the crease and creating a little bit more definition. A very pretty, easy to work with, very blendable color, and would be beautiful as a transition shade as well. Now we're gonna take the shade Possessive, which is that very dark brown. And we're just gonna use that onto that BK Beauty brush, and I'll put the number right there. And we're just gonna take that onto the corner just to make sure we start giving a little bit of definition. Even though we're going for more of a natural look, I'm still trying to create a little bit of glam in there and just give it a little something. And then I'm just gonna dip my other BK Beauty brush into Secretive, and we're just the same one I was using with that Secretive originally, that brush, and we're just gonna go back in and just kind of start blending out the edges of Possessive and just really softening out and making that look just very wearable for daytime looks. It is a beautiful combination. They just blend it so effortlessly and beautiful. Now I'm gonna go in with my new Too Faced Lip Injection Liner. I just did a short on that. Make sure you guys check out my shorts. So I started off this look with this. In the short, I teach you guys how I do it when I first get this, and I'm like, I can't really handle it. Once my lips got adjusted to it, I don't have to do what I did in that short. So now I could just do it normally, and I just put it on. And then I go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Liner. Those are my favorite detail lip liners. And I picked up two new shades during the sale. So I have Muted Mauve, and then I also picked up Rosewood. So I want it for different looks. In the first portion, you guys will see right there, and I'm using Muted Mauve, and I'm just really defining and making sure that I'm getting, you know, nice, tight. I love that this gives me that perfect line, and I don't have to worry about things running or getting messed up. So I did that, and then I put on my Danessa Myricks Rose in Brunches on my lips, and I just kind of start blotting that in for that kind of lip tint effect. It just is such a beautiful shade to use on your lips. It is so pretty. I love that one. I even love the Bellini on the lips. It looks really, really pretty. And Rosewood looks really good with Bellini. But this Muted Mauve looked really gorgeous with the Rose and Brunches. And I just really, really love that look. That is how that first look turned out. And I'll show you guys some B-roll footage of me outside because I actually had to go to an appointment and come back and film the rest of this. All right, let's jump into this Melt Cosmetics water palette. We are gonna just end up going in with this Secretive shade. Again, that's like that taupey brown shade. And we're going to probably just use that on this Sonia G Crease 1 or 2 brush. I'll put the number right there. It's a really pretty neutral taupe brown. It's so pretty. And I'm just gonna pop that into the crease. If you're more fair skinned, you will see this pop a little bit more on my light to light medium skin tone. It just has that perfect shading, which is perfect for the transition for the blues, since we're doing more blue shadows on this look. I just wanted to show you guys the versatility with this palette. It is a really pretty color. See how soft and easy that is? Love that shade. Yeah, that's a really good taupey brown. I love that color. All right, now I'm trying to decide on what I want to do here. So you can really kind of go the green route, you can go the blue route. Obviously we did more of the neutral brown route. Now if I just stuck, what I would have done was just gone with these blues, but I'm afraid that's gonna look too wintry. Like I'm trying to bring in spring into this look. So I'm gonna add in a little bit of this blue. I'm gonna show you kind of how you can incorporate the blue and the green. So let's start off with this one. I think it's called EMO, I don't know. Anyway, it's a really pretty kind of bluish green, like a turquoise almost. We're gonna use this onto a Crease 2 Sonia G brush. And I'm just going in minimal because melt pigments are so intense that I don't want to go too far up. And make sure you kind of look up. Oh yeah, see how oh, that's pigmented. That is a really pretty color. That is some good pigment, but yet it blends so nicely. I didn't want it to go too far up. I love blues and I love greens. You guys know that already. Blue is just that one color that blue and greens, when I wear blue and greens, I get the most compliments on my eyeshadow looks. And they look so good with brown eyes too. It's kind of a fun way to play up brown eyes. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. That is so good. This brush is so good too. Gosh, these Sonia G brushes are so good at placing pigment, but still getting that blendability that you get from a natural Japanese hairbrush. That is so pretty. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use my mom's work towels, and they're nice and rough. So I'm just gonna take that and start just kind of cleaning that off. Typically when I create colored looks with these brushes, especially these goat hair brushes, I like to clean them right after I do my eyeshadow looks, just so they don't get too stained, because these type of shades will stain. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of Trust Issues, this color. It's like a mint lighter green. And we're just gonna go above that and start blending out. Just kind of washing out the edges. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, that's pretty. Same color, Trust Issues. Just making sure the edges are nice and blended. Now let's go into this darker blue, which is called Ugly Crying, and we're gonna use my Sonia G Mini Booster. Let's see what we get from this pigment. Ooh, ooh. I have not played with these blues yet. I've only played with the browns in the palette, so I'm excited. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ooh, that's that blue I've been looking for, that really deep navy blue. Viseart has one as well that I really like, but this is pretty darn good. Wow, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh. I am gonna be picking up the Melt Dark Matters palette. I posted that in the community tab. The Melt Dark Matters stack, I know Regina is also a fan of it, was one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. So I'm not able to get it right away, but I will be getting to that palette, so stay tuned for that, I promise you. All right, I had to get the Dyson Airwrap and all that stuff, or Airstrait, sorry. So a lot to purchase right now. I'm gonna go back into the IMO, I think, EMO, whatever that is, that turquoise bluish green. And I'm gonna go above that now. Oof. And it's okay that it's messy right there. We'll get to that in a second. I'm only worrying about the pigment right now. Once you clean things up, it looks better. So always try to keep that in mind. Okay, so we have got some fallout going on here. That's okay. I'm gonna dust that away. There. Do not put powder to clean that up until you clean it. Like really get off the blue, because powder going over that will just oxidize it and will go really bad. So just don't do that. Just make sure you try to get off as much as you can, and if you can't, then we'll take some makeup remover. So just enough where I feel like if I can go down low enough with my lash line, it might be okay. So we'll just leave that for now. Now I'm gonna go back in with this BK Beauty brush back into that kind of mint darker green, pastel-y color, and I'm gonna go above that. Try not to go too high. See how that just kind of softened it out, diffused it, so it's not so harsh. We're gonna try something, just bear with me. We're trying to do all the colors. So this, we're gonna go with that Dead Inside. I think that's what it's called. That's intense. And we're just gonna take that onto my Rephr brush, Rephr number 2 brush. It's kind of like a metallic navy blue. See what kind of ooh, look at that pigment. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Really pressing so that we don't get it all over, and I'm just kind of doing it right into that V. So yeah, that has some fallout, so I'm just being mindful. This is definitely an eyeshadow palette you're gonna want to do before you do your makeup. I'm just pressing it in. The more you load up the brush and the more you press, the less fallout you will get, and the more tacky your base is. I probably should have put a little bit more tack down right into that crease area. Just building up that blue. I will diffuse it out later. I'm gonna go into the EMO, that teal greenish blue, and go over that dark blue. Just keep working backwards. Again, once I clean up, it will look much better. Don't get alarmed. Trust the process. All right, I know that's hard to do sometimes. You're probably thinking a lot of the times, Kristi, what are you doing? Now I'm gonna go, actually I'm gonna take that Sonia G brush, I'm gonna clean that off. That first one we were using with this darker shade, and I'm gonna go into this shade because it's a little bit tighter of a brush, and I'm gonna go over that now. The BK Beauty would have been too fluffy and it would have gone all over the place, so that's why I'm trying to do that. All right, now let's go in with Moody, but I think first we need to put in a little bit of attack there. So I'm gonna put in a little bit more of my Gerard. I'm gonna go very, very little amount. This is my Anissa Skin under eye cream brush. Just has like a little spatula on the top, on the bottom, just to help me place that in there, and then I can just clean it off. What I love about this Gerard one is that you can go over all of that and still look good. It's okay if there's mess right there, we can clean that up. Don't worry about that. I'm just trying to lay a tacky base down so we don't get too much fallout again. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in, nothing on this brush. Okay. Now we're gonna take this Moody color. I'm gonna do it with my finger first. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh. I almost wish there was like a lighter blue version of this color in here too for the blues, but we're gonna see how that looks combined with the blue. I'm gonna go back into that Dominique Cosmetics brush we were using. Oh my gosh, that color is so pretty. Oh, that metallic glided on like butter. Oh, that has to be my favorite color in the palette. Oh. And no fallout on that one. Holy macro, that is beautiful. It actually looks really pretty with the blues. This is a really beautiful color. Wow. All right, I'm gonna go back in with this color. I'm gonna make this color a little bit more pronounced just because it will tie in good with it. Oh my goodness, yeah, I like that. I love that. All right, and I'm gonna add in just a little bit of that dark blue right at the corner, just to give a little depth there. Again, once I clean up, it's gonna look so pretty. Oh my gosh. So I love this color. This one is called Navy Blue. It's one of my favorite blue liners on the market. This is affordable too. This is only $6. See how pretty that is? Oh, such a pretty color. Bringing this down a little bit lower to kind of cover up some of that mistakes we made. I'm bringing it down a little bit lower than I normally would because we had so much fallout. That will help kind of counteract that. You guys know the drill. We're gonna take my rougher number 23 with Ugly Crying, and we're gonna go over that blue liner up there. Ooh, it's so pretty. Okay, now we're gonna go in with rougher number 3, and we're gonna take the EMO turquoise green color. Oh, it's really pretty. Just matching up the top to the bottom. Now I'm going to take a little bit of that first shade Manipulative that we used onto this rougher number 26 brush, and we're going to put that onto the inner corner. Just put that onto the brow bone for that brow bone highlight. I'll fix my brows later. All right. Now going back into this BK Beauty brush and just going to kind of start smoothing out edges. I don't have any product on this. Okay, I am going to clean up, pop on my lashes, and I'll be right back. So that is how the final look came together once I popped on my Anastasia Beverly Hills lashes. I am not gonna lie to you guys. This palette is not what I expected it to be. Although some of the shades performed really beautifully, I was really disappointed in those dark blues. I think this teal blue is pretty. I love that metallic, and I love the browns. But I was not fond of those blues, and I wasn't really that fond of that color either. There was a lot of fallout. So I can't, with good heart, suggest this palette and tell you guys it's the best palette ever made. I'm glad I got it on sale, but even with that, I like this Warriors. This is the NBA palettes by ColourPop. I don't know if this is still available. I was going to actually do a short on this palette because I've been going to it a lot lately. So I have to find out if this is still available. But this palette right here performed much better with the blues. And I love those browns in this palette. And ColourPop for me is hit or miss. Sometimes it's really awesome and sometimes it's really bad. So it's not to say that all melt palettes are not good. You know, the brunette palette, the Gemini palette, some of those palettes are my holy grail palettes. Just sometimes it's hard with darker colors to really get that formulation and nail it. This one I had to add in a little bit of that blue right there to just really kind of lock in. I was getting a lot of fallout. I was having to clean up a lot. I did the best I could, but I had a lot of problems even after putting on my lashes on. So not like thrilled with the way the look turned out, but I still think it came out pretty. And I love that metallic. Like I love this palette just for that metallic. I'm like, oh my gosh, that metallic is so beautiful. So what I want to do, first of all, I want to talk about a couple things that, a couple more sale items that I picked up. When this was on sale, I got the 20% off. Actually, no, I think I got this one on 50% off. I think it was when Lancome was having a sale. But this is the Tint Idole Waterproof Ultra Precise Eyeliner. This is fantastic. This is my favorite liner so far. I have a Surratt one I still want to try. But so far, this is one of my favorite eyeliners ever made. The precision you get on this, and to clean up, I don't really do wing liner, you guys know that, but sometimes I like to clean up, like I get, like right now it's still a little dirty from the shadow. I like to take this liner and go like this and clean up. And it just has so much precision. This doesn't irritate my eyes. I don't get messy with it. I love this liner. And then I didn't pick this up during the sale, but I want to thank our beautiful Glamfam sister, Kathy, who actually got this for me. And this is the Pat McGrath Love Potion. I talked about it in my Get Ready With Me Pat McGrath Full Face. You can check out that video. I talked about this I was telling her my favorite gloss. She was telling me her favorite gloss with Pat McGrath, and I told her Love Potion, and she let me know it was available, and she got this for me. So thank you so much, Kathy, for donating and letting me purchase this myself, but she donated the money to me. So thank you so much. And I do have a donation link, but I don't want you guys to ever feel obligated to use it. It's just through PayPal or Cash App. I have both in there. If you ever want to donate to a smaller channel like mine, it just helps me out sometimes, because like even right now, like I wanted to run out and get a bunch of new stuff, but I just, with the Dyson charging that, I just was like, I really can't right now. So those Dyson videos do really well for me. So that's the only reason why I indulged in that, and I can pay it off later. So anyway, this is the Pat McGrath Love Potion, and I want to show Kathy how much I love this. I love it with any gloss. I love it with just sheer lips. I love it with anything. I mean, with any lip color. It's just the most beautiful pink. It's just my ultimate favorite pink lip gloss ever made. And I just love it. So thank you, Kathy. I love you and adore you. And it was just so sweet of her to do that. So thank you so much. And then I just want to show you guys on camera again. I did pop on a little bit of my Danessa Myricks off camera, the Rose and Brunches. So I have a little bit of that on. And what I like to do after I place that in, I always place it in with my Smashbox blurring foundation brush. It's just one of my favorite brushes to use, besides my BK Beauty 106 is my other one. But it's clean right now. I want to take this, and I just take these little just cheap wedges things, and I just kind of go around it, and it kind of just blurs it out a little before I go in with the blush. Now I already have this shade on my brush, and this is the IT Cosmetics Blush Brush 227. I'm gonna go into that Makeup Forever again. I showed you guys this earlier, but I'll just show it to you live on camera now. That was more of a voiceover. Do you see how pretty? It can kind of pick up coral. It can kind of pick up pink. It's just one of the most beautiful colors. And I just wanted to put it back on since we did some removing. It is just so pretty. I just love this blush. I love it. And it goes with both my Rose and Brunches and my Bellini. So I can wear this color over these two. Doesn't matter. That's how universal this color is. It is just that perfect neutral pink. Neutral coral pink, I should say. I don't know how to explain it other than that. All right, let's put the Rare Beauty back on. And this is, again, Mesmerize. And this is more the pinky tone one. And I'm just gonna put that back on. Oh, so pretty, right? I just love this highlighter too. Go back on the nose. And then I just go back over with my blush brush, nothing extra on it, but just to make sure. And I always take my bronzer brush. I don't have anything left on here, just whatever's left over from the Gucci bronzer. And I just kind of blend everything in that way. But that's how the final look turned out. The first eyeshadow look was really easy and beautiful as well. I did pick up the Moroccan Oil Dry Shampoo in Light. You guys, this is by far one of my favorite hair products ever made. So if you have blonde roots and you want to cover them up, I don't know what they put in this dry shampoo, but it's truly magical. It literally is one of my favorite hair products ever made. Here, I'll show you guys in studio. And it smells so good. You get that Moroccan oil smell. It makes your scalp feel clean, but yet it kind of just like it, I don't know what it does. It kind of masks my roots when, I mean, I don't really have any roots right now because I just got my hair done. But when I do have roots, I felt like it kind of masked it a little bit. So it's really good. I have it in dark tones and light tones, but I got the light tones obviously with my blonde hair. So anyway, I wanted to point that out. I did pick that up in the haul. I didn't really pick up a lot of hair items because at that time the Dyson Airstrait wasn't available, unfortunately. So anyway, that is everything I picked up. I hope you guys enjoyed that haul. And if this is still available, I'll put the link in the descriptions if you're a Warriors fan. I don't know if you guys know this. If you're new to my channel, I was a Sacramento Kings NBA dancer. So it's kind of cool to see the NBA palettes. And I wish this was around when I was a dancer. That would have been fun. So I'm thinking about doing like a little NBA short because the audition seasons are coming up and NBA dancer turns beauty influencer. So I thought that would be kind of fun. And I just really love this palette. It is so good. I have the LA Laker one too. So I don't know if ColourPop still has them available though. I got it like last year or the year before. I can't remember. But anyway, that's it. Full face of Surratt coming soon. I need to film that. So good. Again, I have the foundation on. I have pretty much everything from that line and some really cool finds. So very excited to play with all of that. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, before you go, please remember to hit that subscribe button, click the post notification bell, join us, and make sure you check out last week's video. And if you like videos like this, please give it a huge thumbs up. When you guys hit the like button and comment below, as always, it really does help my videos out. You can follow me on all of my socials at KristiAllure and check out my merch, Glamorous Life Collections. I have some really cool, fun Glamorous Life merch in there, so please do check that out. Thank you for all your love and support. All of the affiliate links will be down in the description below. As always, when you guys utilize my links, it really does help my channel out, especially a small channel like mine. Like I said, I don't get a whole lot of revenue from YouTube, so I really rely heavily on the affiliate links. Using my code Dermatology Kristi20 at checkout. Dermatology is a really big affiliate program for me, so I really appreciate it. I'm noticing that more influencers are starting to use Dermatology now, so there's going to be a lot of codes out there. So I just really would appreciate it if you use mine, Kristi20, and it gets you 20% off unlimited. And you guys know it's the only skincare I use. So thanks again. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do.